Ladies and gentlemen, it is your man Amigo and welcome to another video here. If it is your first time on my videos, subscribe, like and share. Let's enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a video I did last year around November and I was talking about traditional DNA. And what had happened at that time, it was a story about Mulamwa, top comedian in Kenya, stand-up comedian, where his ex was complaining that the baby was crying, and when he was taken to his father, he stopped crying. And I told you, there's something we call traditional DNA, and it is very perfect and very dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into our today's story, if it is your first time on our videos, subscribe, like and share. And by the way, congratulations, we are at 106 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you're a returning or subscriber to our videos, thank you so much, and may God bless you abundantly. And if you are getting or finding our videos for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, consider subscribing, like and sharing, and let's enjoy the video. Then before we start, recently I was checking on my analytics, and they say that most viewers, they come from Kenya, United States of America, and Indonesia. So it will not be fair on my side to do videos in Swahili because not all these people understand Swahili. So from today, henceforth, we'll be doing our videos in English so that we can have a fair play to all those who follow us, who support our videos, and for them to understand what really happens in Africa. Thank you. Now let's dive in. So I was talking about traditional DNA. We have a modern DNA where they take samples and then go to determine electronically the match and mismatch. But we have a traditional DNA. When I was doing that, so you can go and check on my video, on my YouTube. It was talking about Molamoa's baby crying and things like that. You can go and check over that video. So I talked about traditional DNA. This DNA is perfect and very dangerous because it does not compromise. So it does not happen in Africa alone. There's a community, I think, is it in Caribbean countries or is it in Indonesia? There's a country where still practices this traditional DNA. What they do, they take the husband and the wife stands at the entrance of the door. Then the baby is passed in between the legs. And that's done by the grandma, very old grandma. And while he's doing that, he's uttering some words. So if this baby is for this man, the baby will survive. But if the baby is not for this man, the baby will die. As simple as that. I thought these things only happen in Africa, but it still happen in other countries, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's an incident that happened recently, and it's very sad because what happened was unexpected. And ladies, if you're married, make sure that you are loyal to your husband. Because some cultures do not compromise with infidelity. So what happened was, in in Luya culture, Luya is a subtribe, a Bantu subtribe found in western part of Kenya, East Africa, in Africa, and they have their own way of determining their DNA. So what they do is that when a baby is born, after 2, 3, 1 week, 4 days, or let's say 1 week, you take the baby to the father's place, to the father's home, or say in the ancestral land. When you take the baby there, the grandma or your mother-in-law will shave the baby, and as he's shaving the baby, he'll be doing some utterances. He'll be saying maybe, if you're from our blood, you survive. If you're not from our family, you perish. Some utterances like that. So what happened is, this lady, the family took this baby to perform that ritual, and when they went there, unfortunately, the baby was not from this bloodline. So after the practice, the baby died. May his soul rest in peace. It is very bad, very young blood, very innocent. But ladies and gentlemen, who do we blame? Do we blame the culture? Do we blame this woman? Do we blame the man? Do we blame the person who did that? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, who do we blame in this situation? What can we do to rectify things, man? And to the lady, if you were sure this baby was not from this family, why did you accept this? Why did you accept all these practices to be done on the baby? It is terrible, it is terrifying, it is very bad, it is bad news, by the way. And I'm not really happy about this. You commit infidelity and then you accept to bring the baby to be shaved, and you know you went out. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say I'm confused, because what is that? And this can simply tell you, and okay, that is not the case, but what they say from the statistics, that 70% of men are raising kids that are not theirs. Now, you assume all these babies, they went through the same exercise. And it's more dangerous when it is a baby boy. There's no discussion about that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, I'm confused, man. So, it's a way of reducing infidelity, but in other ways, man, killing just to determine if the baby is yours or not, it's not good. It's not good. I can't encourage that. If you're coming across our videos for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like, and share, and let's keep on supporting us, keep on supporting our videos, following and doing that, sharing. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm emotional. I'm too emotional at this time. And you tell me what you think in the comment section. Tell me what should be done. in the comment section, because I'm confused. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But anyway, the baby died, and through such a circumstance. But my last question is, if you knew the baby was not for this family, why did you accept the ritual to be performed over this baby? Anyway, you can't blame anybody because everything has happened. Let me just tell me what you think about this. It's a man, amigos, and let's meet in our next video. Bye bye.